Ah yes, behold, the miracle of life, somewhere deep beneath a leaf, in the humid armpit of the forest, a new life is beginning, not a majestic eagle, not a fierce lion, not even a decent tongue beetle. No, this one has hit the biological jackpot by being born as a slave and here it is, the humble beginning, a squishy blind and utterly clueless larva, thrust into existence in a cramped underground nursery that smells like moldy wood chips and panic. There's no warm embrace here, no lullabies, no loving parents, just a swarm of jittery antennae-waving workers who probably haven't slept since the Cretaceous, and the weather, delightful, really, a constant 100% humidity, somewhere between steam room in hell and sweaty sock under a rock. Rain turns the ceiling into a death trap. Heat stroke is free with every sunrise. What a lovely place to start a childhood. Oh, and forget cuddles. The caretakers are too busy shoving mashed up insect goo down everyone's throat while trying not to die from a parasitic fungus that turns ants into zombies. Yes, zombies. Because apparently, being a slave-making ant larva wasn't cursed enough. Nature also decided to throw in a horror movie subplot. Meanwhile, this larva's destiny, already carved into the dirt, abduction, aggression, and lifelong involuntary labor, no consent forms, no career options, while other insect babies dream of flying, or at least not being completely awful. This one's future includes storming nests, kidnapping babies, and building a criminal empire on unpaid domestic work. Truly a noble calling, if you're a cartoon villain. So there it is. A new life begins in darkness, surrounded by chaos, disease, and moral ambiguity, and in a few days, it'll grow mandibles and start living a life that would make most insects file restraining orders. Congratulations, little one. You've been born into the underworld of the ant kingdom, where empathy goes to die, and every family reunion involves a kidnapping. Up next, molting mandibles, and why free will is just a myth when your species is hardwired for organized crime. Growing up is hard, acne, identity crises, crippling self-doubt. Now imagine all that, plus being the size of a grain of sand and constantly one sneeze away from obliteration. Meet the adolescent slaver ant, going through its own version of puberty in a world that wants it dead. Ah yes, the awkward teen phase, gangly legs, oversized antennae, and a deeply concerning urge to chew absolutely everything. Walking, still a gamble. Coordination, not on the menu. At any moment, this ant could trip over a leaf vein and die of embarrassment, or dehydration, or sheer bad luck. And the predators? Oh, they're everywhere. Birds, lizards, spiders, frogs, other ants. Possibly, even the wind. If it moves and has a mouth, the slaver ant is on the menu. See that bird? To you it's just a songbird. To the slaver ant it's death with feathers and a craving for crunchy snacks. One wrong step, and boom. And pate, but fear not. This ant has survival instincts, evolutionary tools, a natural edge, which mostly involve running in random directions, panicking, and biting until the problem stops moving. If survival were a video game, the slaver ant would be playing on hard mode, blindfolded, upside down, and using a banana as a controller. Even teamwork is a hot mess. Picture 20 toddlers trying to carry a couch up a hill during a windstorm, but everyone's yelling, and some are biting the couch out of spite efficiency. Let's not talk about it. Navigation, equally tragic. No maps, no compass, no clue, just scent trails, which if washed away lead directly into a spider's kitchen. 1 second, this way to home. Next second, oh cool, a web, and the weather, catastrophic. One raindrop is a death sphere, the size of a buoy. Thunderstorms, think water balloons thrown by angry gods, refreshing. And after all this, the reward, a glorious promotion, into a full-time villain, bigger mandibles, more stress, and the responsibility of organizing unpaid labor raids with all the charm of a warlord, and none of the dental care. From clueless grub to highly specialized biological mob boss, the slaver ant has survived through panic, incompetence, and sheer stubborn evil. And guess what? It only gets worse. Coming up next, raiding innocent colonies, stealing babies, and the leadership strategy of bite first, ask never. Ah, adulthood, that magical time when the awkwardness fades and is immediately replaced by new improved suffering. The slaver ant is now fully grown, stronger, faster, wiser, Nope, just more committed to being a tiny home invading war criminal. This is not a peaceful forager. This is a member of a biological mafia. Every day begins with one goal: storm into another ant colony and kidnap their babies. Because nothing says thriving adult like full-time infant theft. There's no time for self-reflection, no time to question morality. The mission is simple: attack, seize, enslave, repeat, and don't expect gratitude. Back at home, the stolen ants are forced into housekeeping, cleaning the nest, feeding the kids, probably doing everyone's taxes. It's less of a victory and more of an unpaid internship program for victims. And let's not pretend adult life is smooth. Raids go wrong, paths get lost, larger predators still exist and don't care about your resume. One wrong move and it's curtains, or bird food. And through it all, the slaver ant trudges on, because that's the job. No weekends, no hobbies, no spa days, just eternal morally grey insect capitalism. So what has adulthood brought? More responsibility, more danger, fewer excuses. Sure, the slaver ant is better at surviving, but it's still stuck in a cycle of conquest, chaos and really questionable life choices. And the best part, it never ends. There's always another colony, another baby to steal, another ant to boss around while hoping a bird doesn't show up. So here's to the slaver ant, born in misery, raised in panic, thriving in exploitation, a six-legged symbol of how nature doesn't do therapy, it does trauma. Subscribe for more uplifting stories about existential horror in the animal kingdom, and remember, it could be worse.